At a remote location, we've installed SymmetricDS. We'll configure it as a standalone client that will sync data back to a central server. Choose a new installation or read the configuration from a database where SymmetricDS was previously installed. Choose the client node type. Client nodes connect to a server in order to receive their configuration. The client needs to know the URL where it can register with the server. You can find this URL on the server by clicking on Manage and going to the Nodes screen. Every node belongs to a group, which makes it easy to configure settings for the entire group. Since this is a client node, we'll call the group Client. Every node needs a unique ID. It can be a number, a location, a person's name, or anything that makes sense for your business. We'll number our client nodes starting with 1. Specify your database and how to connect. You'll need a JDBC URL, a login user, and a password. Drivers for most databases are already included, but you may need to place your driver in the lib folder of SymmetricDS. See the database notes in the user guide for instructions. For a cluster of nodes, you can specify a different URL for incoming sync connections. Most people will use the default URL. After finishing the setup, the client node will show up on the server's Manage Nodes screen. To open registration, right-click on the client node and select Allow. The status for the client node will change from Open to Online. This means the server and client nodes are communicating and ready to sync data. Next, you'll want to configure table triggers and file triggers.